has eclipsed Cobb. That's number 4,192.
Today, we learned the cause of death for baseball legend Pete Rose. He died Monday as a result of hypertension and a form of heart disease. He was 83. The sports world has been remembering Rose's unmatched record and the controversial end to his baseball career.
Jace Ovardo talked to someone who knew Rose well and joins us now with an inside look at the Cincinnati superstar's life and career.
Yeah, guys, Pete Rose is arguably one of the most well-known, talented, and controversial figures in baseball history. Today, I spoke with a former teammate and a friend of his who also happens to be a Lexington native to learn more about the man behind the bat.
He's one of those people that I thought will live forever.
As Doug Flynn looks back on nearly 50 years of friendship with Pete Rose, he reflects on the man Rose was that people didn't always get to see.
If something happened where you made a mistake, he'd be one of the first ones to come to you, and he wouldn't scold you. He'd just come and say, okay, here's what we need to do a little different.
Flynn was just a rookie at the time he stepped onto the Cincinnati Reds team in 1975. The team that would soon become known as the Big Red Machine and would go on to win back-to-back World Series titles in 1975 and 1976.
The superstars on that team made you feel really comfortable because they knew that we had one goal, and that was to win it all.
Pete Rose's superstar status wasn't just reflected in his record, but also in his work ethic, earning him the nickname Charlie Hustle.
It was a perfect nickname because that's who he was. He made everybody around him play that much better, and you also played that much harder because if he was out there running to first base on a walk and taking the extra base and you weren't, you really stood out as somebody who wasn't putting out in the game.
Despite all that, his career came to an abrupt end in 1989 when he was permanently banned from baseball for gambling.
He served a 35-year or 40-year almost sentence for making a mistake. And it took him a long time to admit it, but even after he admitted that he made the mistake, he still got blackballed by the game of baseball.
That ruined Rose's chances of getting into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And Flynn used to be among those who believed Rose didn't deserve to be there, but he's changed his mind.
I hope people, instead of just jumping on the wagon and saying he gambled on baseball and that makes him a bad man, he wasn't a bad man. He had a problem with gambling. It's a shame that we might wait till he died to put him into the Hall of Fame.
Will Rose ever be a Hall of Famer? It's hard to tell. But one thing is sure, Doug Flynn will surely miss Charlie Hustle.
I loved him to death, and I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him.
One of the things I learned in our conversation is that Pete Rose actually introduced Doug Flynn to the woman who's been his wife for the past 42 years. It just goes to show Rose's heart was just as big as his batting average. Guys.